John Jones has defeated Stipe Miocic. Let me repeat one more time. John Jones has defeated Stipe Miocic. So, my thoughts on the fight. I think it was a good fight, honestly. To be honest with you, I was a little concerned for John Jones. A little bit concerned. I think that for some reason his energy just looked a little off at the beginning. I'm not sure what it was. Just something about it felt off. But then, you know what I'm saying? Jones ended up doing his thing and totally dominating Miocic, especially in the first round, which is crazy. He actually almost got him out of there, which is what he was trying to do. Via the post-fight interview is what he said. He was trying to get him out in the first round, but Miocic ended up holding on, and he ended up hanging in there. And I think the one main takeaway from the fight is just Jones's total domination, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. His domination throughout that whole fight was pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie though. I will say Stipe did catch him with some shots, and I think that if he would have followed up and been more aggressive, he would have done a lot better for sure. He just needed to stand up and like throw more, and then when he hit, he needed to keep throwing, because like every time John Jones got hit, he would do like he'd take like a step or two back and then like run away, like kind of like how Michael Chandler was doing, but like less dramatic. Like Michael Chandler hit the running man, bro. Like actually, like Michael Chandler literally got a time portal and went back to 2017. Every night I think of you. Like, bro, that's fucking Michael Chandler, bro. He literally hit the running man multiple times during that fight, which was crazy. Jones was doing that only when he would get like kind of like clocked, but Miocic was never following up on that, so I don't think that he was ever really in any real danger. But I do think Miocic caught him with a few but total domination by John Jones in the first round. He literally stood up with Miocic for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They traded a few shots. They traded it out, and then John Jones just takes him to the ground, which is really what he specializes in. And honestly, I thought he was going to get him out of there in the first round. Miocic honestly did like pretty decent, a lot better than Michael Chandler on the ground. I got like a little bit to say about Michael Chandler, bro. Like, but it was a great fight overall. I think that honestly it could have gone the distance maybe if Miocic had like applied more pressure. After the fight, John Jones had announced he is not retiring. He's going to stay in the MMA, but his next move is uncertain, and he did not reveal his next move just yet. He said that basically he's going to go back to the drawing board, hit up Dana White and Hunter, and they're going to try and negotiate a deal and quote-unquote give the fans what they want. That's what he said word for word, so I don't know if he is going to try and negotiate for Pereira or if he's going to try and negotiate for Aspinall. I think he's honestly going to try and negotiate for Pereira. I don't see him fighting Aspinall, especially with what I said about Miocic. The announcers were saying it too, which is a little bit where I got it from, but like why I think Miocic should have followed up his shots when he was landing was because John was like spinning and taking like a step or two back and then like turning around pretty slow. So if Miocic followed that up, he would have probably done some good damage. And some of the clips that I've seen of Aspinall are legitimately just like countering, you know what I'm saying? Like standing up, throwing, and I haven't seen too much of his grappling, but I do think Aspinall really would give John Jones trouble. I really do. Um, let me see this real quick. I have to. Boom. Boom. Sorry, I just gotta send a message real quick. I do think Aspinall will give John Jones a lot of trouble, to be honest with you. I don't know if Jones is gonna want that fight. I think he's gonna try his hardest to negotiate for Pereira, um, which I think would be like a totally one-sided fight. I don't think that Pereira really has any ground game. I don't think anybody's really tested that. So I don't know, bro. If he fights Pereira, I think it's just gonna be a mauling, which like I guess would generate like a lot of money. And John Jones said he's like he'd rather fight Pereira because like they walk around at the same height, the same weight, and he's like pretty dangerous and like one of the top people. And bro, like uh yo AC, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This is like a just chatting stream, so I don't know what to tell you, bro. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, I don't know. I just think that Pereira and Jones would just be like totally one sided. I don't think it would be like worth the fight. I think to drive up the hype for the UFC, definitely fight Aspinall, but that puts Jones in such a dangerous position. Yerf, I seen you join. Do you have any thoughts on the fight at all?
Uh, I'm not surprised, first of all. But
Yeah, Jones did
Stipe could have
crazy.
done a lot better. I was worried for Jones in the sense of Stipe is known for having quick and fast power. Like he has a lot of just one punch knockouts to just, set up finishes. And I was worried about that for Jones. He got caught a few times and I was worried he was going to hit that canvas.
I agree with you. He got caught with like an uppercut, I'm pretty sure, and a few
That was like
jabs.
the best shot, honestly. I think that was the best shot Stipe landed on him.
Yeah, bro. Did you see that reverse kick that Jones had on Miocic?
Yeah, that's what set up the finish. It was beautiful, but it was brutal.
Bro, I when he got the finish and you look at his rib, bro, I swear it like all caved in. And I was like, "Holy fuck." The one thing that was kind of funny though was he's like John Jones in the post-fight interviews like, "Yeah, that's what happens when you like hit him in the kidney." And Joe Rogan's like, "Yeah, actually that was the other side." So like just fucking like proved him wrong like mid interview, but
I don't think he realized where he kicked, to be honest. I
yeah, I
think he
know.
just was just kicking.
Yeah, because he was like turned around when he sent that too. So I could definitely see him thinking it was like the other side too. That Stipe almost got his knee up to block that too. That was like perfectly positioned. It was
I'm
perfectly
surprised
positioned.
Jones didn't throw any spinning elbows for one. I'm surprised he didn't go for any oblique kicks because he's really known for that.
Yeah.
And then even more takedowns, to be honest. He has some of the best wrestling. Uh, Surprised he didn't take him down more.
Yeah, I was waiting for that a lot in round two after he got that takedown in round one. And that's what we were saying. I was watching the fight with my cousins and their friends and stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, John Jones, the guy with like the knee kicks, right? Which is like the oblique kicks." And we're all like, "Yeah," and he didn't. I don't think he hit one of those, honestly.
I didn't see one. I saw leg kicks, but I didn't see any oblique kicks.
Yeah, I mean, he was still hitting those kicks though on him, and he was actually doing. I thought he was gonna go for a high kick just because he was doing so many lows, and then like to the side of the body. I thought he was gonna try and go high, but I don't know. He just he got the job done. He got the job done, which is crazy. And he's not retiring, which is wild. I for sure thought he was out of here after this fight. Do you know if Miocic retired? I didn't hear all of his post fight.
I'm pretty sure he's done after this one, yeah.
share my screen as well, just so if you're looking, you can see it without delay. John Jones knocks out BK. Stipe remains. Let's see. This is October 3rd. Maybe there isn't anything 36 minutes ago. Daniel Cormier on Miocic retirement. Okay, that's 2020. Yeah, maybe he didn't retire. Confirm after the fight. Wait, this is from 7 hours ago. What the fuck? How is this from 7 hours ago, but the fight just happened? In the third round. After the fight, Miocic addressed the crowd in a post-fight interview with Joe Rogan, confirming his retirement. This marked the end of a legendary career that saw him become a two-time UFC heavyweight champion and set multiple records. Damn. So he did retire. John Jones did retire him. I didn't realize that Stipe was 42 years old, to be honest with you. I did not think he was that old. Which is pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. John Jones had, 5 years on him? I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's even a clip. He says, I'm done, I'm hanging it up.
That's crazy. Did you watch any of the Olivera or Chandler fight?
I watched pretty much all of it. I missed some of it because I was cooking, but I saw most of it.
Yo, that fight was crazy too. So I actually got my prediction wrong. I thought Michael Chandler was gonna win, but I severely underestimated Charles Oliveira, bro. I'm not. Maybe I was thinking he was
champion at one point. What do you mean?
Yeah, but he just got beat by Arman Tazukian, I think, last fight.
Yeah.
So he was coming off a loss. I didn't know if he was gonna be with it or not. But to be fair, I didn't know that Oliveira and Chandler had already fought and that Oliveira had won, so that probably would have affected my
when Chandler
decision.
was running again, I thought he was gonna get knocked out the same way.
Dude, that's exactly what I was saying. I was like, bro, because they were showing clips before the fight of him losing,
flashbacks and that shit.
I was like, bro, he's doing the same shit. This is actually fucking crazy.
You got slept last time like that. Why are you doing it?
Yeah, and Oliveira was just leagues ahead of him in striking and the ground game, which I didn't think that Oliveira really would have had the upper hand in the striking. But, bro, he was destroying Michael Chandler. I forgot that Michael Chandler just, wakes up in the morning and just says, how many times can I get punched in the face today? Because, he loves it, bro, for real. I don't know. It couldn't be me, bro.
He's been out of it so long because he's been waiting for the fight with Conor.
Yeah, he really did have a lot of his career wasted because of that. And it sucks to see him come back and lose like that, but at the same time, bro, you can't, run around the ring. That's, a little crazy, I'm not gonna lie to you. Running like that is, a little wild. I don't know. I think that, Chandler did okay. He's just, turned into, a punching bag. I think he did a little too much running, and I do think it was kind of funny that at the end of the fight Charles had him behind the back, and Chandler stood up and just kept trying to slam him on his back, and I didn't think it was gonna really get him off him, but it was just kind of funny to see. One thing I do think is a little bit of conspiracy, and I'd like your thoughts on, Yerf, is at the end of the fight when, I don't know if you've seen it, but literally right before the end of the fight, 3 seconds, Michael Chandler starts tapping Oliveira, and everybody that I was watching with had parlays and stuff, and they needed the submission, so Michael Chandler starts tapping Oliveira, and the ref never called it. The fight just ended. But, Michael Chandler wasn't really in danger. He was, I think he was just tapping to be all right, good shit. But, that was, before the fight ended. So, the people that were with me were like, "Yo, this should have been like a submission. Like, what the fuck? Like, what do you think? Do you think the ref should have called that, or do you think it's like fine as is?"
Damn, I'm 50-50 on that because even though the tapping motion still signals, even if you're not tapping, it's still the same signal. Like it's still the same thing. You're fucking waving the tap. But I saw it. They were both laughing. Like he was laughing. Charles was, hugging him on his back. They were just laughing about, him jumping.
Yeah, yeah, that shit
I
is
can't.
pretty
I don't
crazy.
really know.
Hey, did you see John Jones hit the Trump dance at the end?
I didn't. It crashed. I saw like a small clip of it, but I didn't see the full thing.
That shit was funny. Um, what do you think John Jones negotiates with Dana after this? Do you think he goes for Pereira, or do you think he's gonna go for Aspinall? I
Okay.
personally think he goes for Pereira, but like
I'm
I
saying
don't know.
this as a John Jones glazer. Like I'm saying if you put me and Dana in a room about who can glaze John Jones more, I'm winning that competition every time. I think he needs to drop weight, to be honest. Like he's good at heavyweight, but if you look at how he was when he was light heavyweight, he moved so much quicker. I mean, he was doing crazy shit. Um, if he stays at heavyweight and he fights Tom, he could probably win that. But if he fights Alex, I don't know about that one. It's weird.
Who's the
I think
top
he would
light? Sorry, go ahead.
I think he would have to wrestle and do ground game a lot more with Alex because I mean you've seen Alex stand up game. He knocks out everybody that he goes up against.
Yeah, I think John Jones would struggle with the stand-up game with him. He would have to
It would
shoot
have
for
to go
sure.
to the ground, or if he is stand up, he's got to be keeping about range with kicks. Tom, yeah, I mean, I feel like he can get him. But, Tom's young. He's more hungry. He has a point to prove.
And he's taller too. He's got like a few inches on a Jones too. How tall is Tom Aspinall? Tom Aspinall height. He is 6'5".
Oh, yeah, he has 1 inch on Jones.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. So I don't know. I think Miocic looked a little taller than him too, to be honest. But I don't really think that gave Miocic too much of a advantage. But only because he wasn't really that aggressive per se. Um. But yeah,
Here's the
I
thing
don't know.
about Tom. He has really, I won't say really good ground game, but he has good ground game and he has hella good knockout power. I mean, I think what his last fight with Curtis, he knocked him out in the first round.
Really.
I believe so.
I think I
I could be
seen a
wrong.
report saying like the average, it's like an average of like 1 or 2 rounds or something against Aspinall. Like most people have not been making it out like a full fight with him. But back to your point though, if John Jones did go back to light heavyweight, who are like some of the top contenders in that division? Like isn't Hamzat light heavyweight?
I'm pretty sure.
That would be
Uh,
interesting to see. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if Jones would take that fight though. Maybe he would. I think Jones could definitely outstrike Hamzat for sure, but the grappling, I think Hamzat's like probably the best grappler in the UFC right now. What do
no,
you?
Hamzat is middleweight, I believe. Yeah, middleweight.
Oh, is he? Damn. So if he went to light heavyweight, he'd probably
So
fight
if he went
for.
to light heavyweight, there's Yuri Prohaska, who Alex slept twice already.
Yeah.
Uh, he does need another fight though, but I mean against Jones, no, I mean that's like slaughter. There's Jamal Hill. There's Jan Blachowicz. Khalil Roundtree. I think Khalil Roundtree would be a good fight. I mean, he's a lot shorter than Jones, but he fights like a shorter Jones.
Does he?
Yeah, he has like a traditional Muay Thai kind of fighting background. So he has like really aggressive kicks, elbows. I mean, he fights like you owe him money.
Damn, that is crazy. I feel like there's like a lot to. There's so many avenues that Jones can go, and I don't know what he's gonna do. He played it so good at the end, where just left everybody wondering. But he's not retiring, so like he's for sure gonna like still be around. But I don't know. As long as he doesn't get injured again, I think that he could probably fight next year for sure. I mean, do you think he'll fight in 2025?
Okay, if he doesn't do a retirement call or get suspended for God knows what this time, if he fights Tom, he's gonna have to do a lot of conditioning to where if he gets fucking socked in the face by that man, he doesn't get knocked out instantly. Because I'm looking at Tom's fight record. Yeah, most of them are one round KOs.
15-3.
Yeah, most of
Round
them are.
one, 1-1-1-1-2-2.
Yeah,
Holy fuck.
like if he fights Tom, he's gonna have to do some fucking neck conditioning something to, secure, and then honestly practice his ground game more. If he goes to Alex, just ground game really. I mean, there's no way you're gonna win standing up with Alex.
I
Same
agree
thing
with
with
you.
Tom, to be honest.
I do think I will say this. It might be a little divisive in the chat. Um, but I will say it was cool to see Jones shout out Jesus at the end of the fight. I'm saying, but other than that, I thought it was a good fight. I thought Oliveira and Michael was a good fight. Um, I thought the girl fight was between I think it was Silva and whoever else. I thought that was okay. Um, you know what was really like a surprising fight to me was Bo Nickel versus Craig. I think his name's Paul Craig. Um, bro, Paul Craig looked like he was at least like 4 or 5 inches taller than Bo Nickel, and he looked like he had like a solid 25-30 pounds on him. And that's so crazy to me because like I feel like Craig should have definitely won that fight like by the eye test, but Bo was just like literally those overhand swings. I didn't think they were going to hit at first, but he started locking them in at the end. Zero grappling throughout the fight, but which is crazy because they're both
That
insane
surprised
grapplers.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
exactly. They're both known for their grappling. I thought it was gonna be a fucking wrestling match the whole time.
No, for real. And that they were saying the fight highlights at the beginning, like the keys to victory for Bo Nickel was avoid the ground game and win the stand-up game. So maybe that was the game plan going in. I heard from somebody that this Craig dude is like a really good grappler. Um, but I haven't seen many of his fights. He didn't do any grappling against Bo Nickel, so I can't really say. Bo Nickel,
I'm sorry to interrupt. Before he was in the UFC, all of his wins, or like a majority of his wins, were submissions.
really?
Yeah, like if you can look up his fight stats.
You're talking about Craig?
Yeah, I can send it to you. Hold up.
Paul Craig. Maybe that's not his first name. Bo Craig. Here, let me click what he said. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Oh, it is Paul Craig. Submission. Oh, he's got some good knockouts though. He got knocked out by Johnny Walker. Damn.
The goof himself.
Literally though. He beat Jamal Hill.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
He knocked him out, I guess. Who else did he fight? Khalil Roundtree, he lost. He got knocked out. Isn't that the dude who just fought
Alex,
Pereira?
yeah.
He beat Magomedov Ankalaev by submission. Wow.
What the fuck? No, that's crazy.
That actually is crazy. I'm not going to lie to you.
Because that's all they train up there in Dagestan is wrestling and grappling.
That's actually wild, bro. I would have never guessed that. Did you hear how hard Bo Nickel was getting booed at the end, though?
I didn't.
Bro, the whole crowd was going crazy to the point where Joe Rogan was like, yeah, like even like the crowd going crazy like this, and Bo's like, yeah, you know, I'm like on my 6th fight basically, and Paul Craig's got 26 fights, you know, like, I don't know. He kind of took it like a champ, and like he had like a good attitude about it. I think I like Bo Nickel.
Getting booed.
Just because I guess he's like a newer guy, and he's like already like walking up the ranks so easy. He actually did a sparring, or not sparring, but like a grappling. Let me see, who was it? Bo Nickel and Gordon Ryan. They competed against each other in grappling. And where is it at? I think it might be right here.
If you bet on a player to score
it's basically only wrestling, and Gordon Ryan's like one of like the craziest grapplers ever, but he is openly on steroids, I'm pretty sure. And he is like,
oh yeah, he's on a shit ton.
Like if I look up Gordon Ryan right now, he's got, I'm not even gonna say his age. Gordon Ryan. Let's see. He was actually helping John Jones train too, which is crazy. But look at this gray fucking hair, bro. Look at this gray hair. But the crazier thing is, how old is Gordon Ryan? 29 years old, bro, and he has gray hair. Like, bro, that's crazy. But yeah, apparently he is using substances, from what I hear. It's just something I've heard through the grapevine. But I mean, they did end up doing grappling, and
take me down, you know? Jordan's shooting there.
I'm just gonna.
That was really amazing.
Wow, it should be right here. Should be in like the next minute or so.
Job out there.
Bo, that's Gordon.
He's trying to do the action. He's trying to engage, trying to engage. We're scored at 2-2, no overtime.
No overtime.
So we're going to see a decision here if it goes the distance. Now Gordon's got a good lock here.
All right, here we go. So this is, you know, I'm sure he has a sequence from here, right? So he's going to have to...
Well, this is how he swept Buchecha.
Remember, his sequence
is the same technique he used to sweep Buchecha in the ADCC.
It's based on people who do jiu-jitsu, though.
That's you're exactly right, Alan. You're exactly right.
Triangle.
There's the triangle there.
It's going to be over here.
I think it's going to be over. Bo's really moving. He's trying to slam. We got it. I think that's it. Well,
and Gordon Ryan ended up winning that, and there was no striking or anything. There was like specific rules where like you couldn't, like, I think leg lock and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. That's where I first seen Bo Nickel like actually like fighting or grappling, I guess. I haven't watched too much of his fights, but this I seen the other day, and it gave me some confidence in his grappling just because that's Gordon Ryan, and he was doing okay. I mean, if you watch the whole thing, they're kind of just like Gordon Ryan starts playing with them and like even gives him his back, and Bo Nickel doesn't want to take it. But I mean, other than that, I think it was like a solid match between the two, and I really like gained respect, I guess, for his grappling ability. But I mean, it was a good win over Paul Craig tonight. He was trying to hit those leg kicks on Paul Craig, and the only problem I had with Bo Nickel was he had Paul Craig hurt. I believe with like an overhand right, backed Paul Craig into the corner, and then didn't do anything. Like Paul Craig's like just standing there with his mouth open, like just looking around, and they're just like walking towards each other, and basically he lets Paul Craig walk along the fence until like he just starts coming forward again. And it was like, how, like, you got to capitalize on that, I think, at least. But he's still, what is this, his sixth fight, I think, so he's got some experience to get for sure. Paul Craig 17-9. Damn. Paul Craig's nickname is the Bear Jew. What the fuck, bro?
What? Yeah.
That's fucking wild, bro. Let me see if I can Paul Craig Bo Nickel. Let me see if I can see any like in fight like pictures, because this dude looked like a lot fucking bigger, bro. Continue reading. Bro, this picture does not do it justice. I gotta find a better one, because bro, I mean, even this in UFC, like the difference in this, he looked way more jacked than this too. Let me see. Got any pictures standing next to each other? Here it is, right here. I mean, he's probably got like a solid like inch or two on him, I think. I don't know. He just looked way bigger, bro. Like he looked like he legitimately had like 25 pounds on him. I think this is it right here. But like, bro, he just looks fucking crazy compared to fucking Bo Nickel. I don't know. But yeah, that fight ended up turning out pretty decent. Bo Nickel's probably gonna keep going up, and the UFC will have like another star on their hands, hopefully. I've been talking like the last few days about like the UFC going through like a crazy roster change in a way. Where like O'Malley gets beat, Adesanya gets beat, Strickland gets beat, Usman gets beat, and now there's just like a bunch of new stars coming up. So I honestly wonder what the future of the UFC is going to look like in like 5 years. I think personally it's just going to be like totally switched around. There's going to be like a whole new cast of fighters that are holding up the UFC, just kind of like how the NBA is. Like when LeBron retires, they're going to need like somebody to take the torch for sure. But yeah, I don't really have that much more to say about the UFC fight, I don't think. I did think that Araujo won over Silva. To be honest with you, I thought Silva was kind of winning the whole fight. I was a little surprised at the end, but like the way that Araujo had Silva in the headlock at the end, it was just kind of like if this fight would have kept going, then it would have been over for her for sure. I seen something the other day about somebody saying it would be interesting if the UFC didn't have rounds and it was just say like a 15-minute fight but no rounds, like no breaks or anything. Do you think that would be good or like bad for the UFC? And like who do you think would like do the best in that setting if they were to change it.
And longer breaks.
No, 0 breaks. Just one fight, like a 15-minute fight.
Shit. Damn, that's kind of like old school Pride rules, where it was just like a long ass round.
I think somebody that
I
would
don't
get
know. I
a
think
lot
it just
of wins.
depends on their oxygen tank, to be honest.
I think Hamzat would be somebody that like really fucks people up without rounds for sure. I think he would have got
dude,
Usman
wrestlers
out of
would
there
dominate.
quick, bro. Let's see. This is Craig. Bull Nickel fight. Bull, give me a fight to look up. Bo
Nichols
flawless
squared off
performance.
against Val Woodburn. He is in displaying his striking skills. He landed a thunderous left hook, followed by playing his striking skills. He landed a thunderous left hook, followed by a powerful right hook. The referee stepped in to end the fight.
Is Bo Nickel really that good at striking?
I honestly don't even know who that guy was. Like, that was the first time I ever heard or saw him fight.
He is a he was like a crazy wrestler. I forget where.
And there it is. It's been palpable here at the apex. Bo Nickel going for the early double leg takedown. And
That's a
there
nice
it is.
takedown.
Yeah, he's really good at wrestling. That's all I know.
Let's see, where was Bo Nickel before the UFC? So his UFC highlights, he only has like 5 fights. Yeah, I know, but I don't want to watch the whole thing on YouTube because I don't want to get copyrighted. Former freestyle and graduated folk style wrestler who currently competes in middleweight division of UFC. In freestyling wrestling, he claimed 2019 U23 World Championship and the U.S. Open National Championship, was finalist at the 2020 U.S. Olympic Team Trials, and a Final X contestant in 2019. As a collegiate wrestler, he was 3-time NCAA Division I national champion, finalist in 2016, and a 3-time Big Ten conference champion out of Pennsylvania State University. Damn, so he's actually been going crazy with the wrestling, though. And that's one of the things I heard about him. And one of the takeaways from this with between Gordon Ryan and Bo Nickel was, I believe he said in an interview afterwards, he knew like mostly wrestling, but he didn't know a lot of jiu-jitsu, so he was like training for like a few, I think like a few months on jiu-jitsu, so he didn't have that much experience. But Gordon Ryan didn't have anybody to fight, and Bo Nickel just slid in his DMs and was like, hey, like if you want to grapple, like I'm down. Bull, if you want to join the VC, you're definitely welcome. I will add you in here real quick. It'll be the Mosh Pit VC. If you want to join, you're definitely welcome to join. But yeah, he's still like newer to the UFC. He needs like a little bit more experience for sure. But I mean, the shit that I've seen, he's a fucking beast so far. This takedown right here.
Yeah, I haven't looked up anything or watched anything outside of the UFC from him. All I know is that he has really good wrestling, and his striking's not even that bad either.
Let's see if we can find a fight. Bo Nickel MMA debut. Hold on. Maybe we can pull up some of this real quick. Oh! Oh!
Damn!
Holy shit. Look at this guy. He's like, come on, let's go. Like, look at his face.
Yeah. Oh.
Immediately fucking knocked out after. That's crazy. In the arms of an angel. Bro. This fucking guy
Bro
got
is
knocked out.
out. Fuck.
That's crazy. That is actually fucking crazy. Wow. That's fucking wild. I did not expect that at all. Did not expect that at all. Bro, fucking Michael Chandler. I wonder what the future for Michael Chandler is going to be. For some reason, he called out Conor McGregor again after the fight.
I honestly think it's just for clout at this point. I don't think he's actually going to fight.
I think the thing is with Conor McGregor is he's just like either failing his drug tests or the UFC's blackballing him, like kind of like how they weren't giving Nate Diaz his last fights, just because he's like a huge name for the sport. But it's so weird to me that like Conor hasn't fought in like 3 years and he's like the biggest star. So like I feel like
Dude,
something's going on.
Failed drug test, Connor being Connor, him just not wanting to fight, I guess.
I mean, he did have. I think Roadhouse came out in 2023, so he was working on that for a majority of the time. But when the pictures came out about him in the role, like everybody was saying he was like juicing, and allegedly that he was taking some stuff, and I don't know, bro. Like I think that maybe he is, maybe he's not. There's just so many like sus videos of like Connor with like, you know what I'm saying, the snow, for lack of a better term, allegedly. But I mean, like, there's just like a lot of bad publicity around Connor, I feel like, nowadays, and it's like, I don't know. I think Connor needs to get out of the UFC, needs to find a way to just tank those 2 fights. Get
I
out
think
of the
he
UFC.
already is out of it.
He needs to just be a prize fighter. You can make a lot of money doing that. A lot of money. I think a Floyd Connor rematch would go crazy, and I think eventually down the line Connor needs to fight Jake Paul. I want Connor to win that, but I think that's a fight that needs to happen for sure. For as much shit as Jake Paul talks, Connor needs to pull up for sure, bro.
I think that's more of a fight that like newer fight fans want to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. You know what, Bull? That is a good point. I forgot Connor broke his leg. That's definitely a reason why he hasn't been fighting as well. Out of that break with Poirier was fucking nasty, bro. That shit was nasty.
Oh yeah, that's a break that could end a career.
Yeah. And how old is Conor McGregor, do you know?
Late 30s, I'd say.
36. Wow. Yeah, yeah. So when Michael Chandler, or no, it was Poirier McGregor 3, July 10th, 2021. So it's been over 3 years. What was his official, like, McGregor? What did McGregor break? Broke his leg. It just says leg. Oh, tibia and fibula. How long does it take for a fibula and tibula to heal?
Well, mine healed.
4 to 6 months.
Yeah. I broke mine from skating.
Like skateboarding or like roller skating?
Dumb. Skateboarding. It's fucking dumb how it happened.
Why? What happened?
My dumbass decided to take a skateboard down a slide that I didn't know was greased up, and my leg folded behind my body, and I broke my tibia and fibula.
Holy shit.
Thankfully, it was a clean snap, so I didn't have to get surgery on it. But yeah, it fucking sucked.
Damn. Cause this looks like it like fractures like right at the end. That seems fucked. Holy shit. They probably do them then stop for testing. Yeah, that's one of the things that Chael Sonnen said is he felt like a lot of the people he was going against were like juiced or on like something.
Well, he was juiced too.
Yeah, yeah. And that he said that's the reason he knew. He's like, when I went against John Jones, like I knew he had something superhuman. He's like, why? Because I was on it too.
What's crazy now is USADA's not even with them, and like the rules changed or whatever. So what they classified as steroids aren't even steroids now or whatever. Like it was just natural enhancers or whatever the fuck they called them.
Yeah, yeah. Me and Colin were looking into the Ryan Garcia fight yesterday, and he got tested and ended up positive for Ostarine, I believe. And I believe Colin was saying it like kind of helps you like shred fat, but like gain muscle at the same time and like increases recovery. So like I wonder if there is like, I know that obviously is like a banned substance and everything, but I wonder if there is stuff like that that like can go undetected, or if the fighters really are hiding it.
Oh, there definitely is. I mean, a lot of shit like that your body produces naturally. You're just taking, I guess, an enhanced an amount of it, or taking
Yeah.
more than you're supposed to have.
And click this fight real quick. UFC 209, Woodley versus Thompson. When was this fight? 2017, damn. I haven't seen Tyron Woodley. I never even heard about him before the Jake Paul fight. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Really?
Yeah, but then I watched his
Oh, dude,
clips
he
and he's a
was
beast.
crazy.
Yeah, Tyron Woodley's sick, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I like him. He seems like a cool guy for sure. Definitely seems like a cool guy. I believe Peter Yan fights next week. I forget against who. Let's see, Peter Yan UFC next fight. I believe that's on the 23rd. Peter Yan scheduled to lock horns with Song Yadong.
Nah, it's
Oh, that's March 9th.
Davison Figueredo. You can also just type in UFC and it'll pop up like a huge fucking list.
UFC. See Peter Yan. 11/23. Boom, 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 boom. Figueiredo. They got some okay fights in this next card. They got a lot of people from China. 1, 2. Actually,
Not the China card.
1, 2. Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, didn't Peter Yan... His last fight was not against O'Malley, was it? I think he fought somebody else. Peter Yan.
I honestly can't remember. I think it was against O'Malley.
Let's see. Stats, UFC. Peter Yan fought Merab and lost. Wow. I did not know that. I didn't know that he fought O'Malley before that, too. He beat Uriah Fibers still. Is he still in the UFC?
Nah, he retired.
Damn. All I see is that dude with clips of McGregor. And McGregor just like talks mad shit to him.
Yeah, he's an old fighter.
So he just beat Song Yadong, I guess, by unanimous decision. He lost to Merab unanimous, and then Sean O'Malley split decision. He's coming off 1 win and 3 losses. I don't know. I mean, I don't really know too much about this Davison guy. I mean, he's on a 3-fight win streak right now. Who does he beat though?
He's known for beating Brandon Moreno, who was the, I think, flyweight champion. Was it flyweight?
I don't know if they have the division in here. Let's see, it was Moreno. Wrong one. Brandon Moreno. Where are we at?
Weight 125, I think that's flyweight.
Weight division, UFC.
Yeah, it is flyweight. Damn.
Where does Merab rank? Oh, Merab is number 1 in bantamweight.
Yeah, because he beat O'Malley.
Damn, Topuria knocked off Volkanovski too. Wow. Wow, Aljamain Sterling's pretty low.
Yeah, he got knocked down hella low. Damn. He's below Ortega.
Islam Makhachev is pound for pound right now.
Well, because they're all
Wow.
champions, so they're going to be at 1 in their division.
John Jones is number 3.
That's fucking crazy.
According to the pound for pound, I guess this would make sense for Pereira and Jones to fight since they are 2 and 3 for pound, if they go that route.
I think Alex deserved to be number 1 and then Islam, because Alex has fought way more consistently.
Just off the top of your head, do you remember who was supposed to fight? Do you know who was supposed to fight Dricus next?
It's Strickland.
Wasn't there somebody who was like trying to like interrupt that though?
Hamzat is. I know Hamzat is, yeah. And then Rob is. So it was Driscus versus Adesanya again. Adesanya lost. So now whoever won that, Strickland was going to face So now he has to face Driscus in South Africa. Believe that. Sean Strickland going to South Africa. That's going to be a shit show. Him on the microphone is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Depending on whoever wins that, I think Hamzat fights, but they may be talking, and they might give the title shot to Hamzat instead.
I remember, let me see, Strickland tweet Hamzat. I'm pretty sure he tweeted at Hamzat like a while ago. Let's see. Understand one thing, I am next in line. It's been said, it's been written. January, February, me and Dreykus are scrapping. Go back to Chechnya and wait a few months. Wait, sorry. UAE, you're not allowed in Chechnya. But hey, crypto scams while you wait. See, that's why I like Sean. He's kind of unfiltered. I heard something about Hamzat trying to like scam everybody. Like, I'm gonna look that up actually. Hamzat crypto scam. Smash meme coin.
I don't even think it was Hamzat. I think it was his team.
So
yeah,
is,
his team. It was Hamzat's team, bro.
imagine thinking that like some random fans come up to you and they're just like, "Oh yeah, like we're fans of Hamzat. Like promote my coin real quick."
Yeah, like imagine Hamzat is even gonna have some part in that, like some Logan Paul shit.
Yeah. Yeah, they said neither is it Hamzat's team nor us who caused that. That's interesting. I don't know. I heard a little bit about that and I was like, damn. But I wonder, do you know why like he just doesn't fight regularly? Like what his problem is?
Hamzat,
Yeah.
he has a very weak immune system from what I heard, so he gets sick very often. Um, I don't know if it's because of his immune system or if it's because of it's like he trains himself so hard he gets sick, which is a thing. But I don't know how many events Dana has had to call off with him because Hamzat's in the hospital, fucking dying of whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, his manager's team will literally take a picture of him on the bed, and he's hooked up to like 4 different machines and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I think if if Dreykus and Strickland end up fighting, I think he gets the winner of that, and I think he's gonna like maul either one of them on the ground.
Yeah, I think Driscus wins off of ground game and wrestling, really, and then Hamzat comes in and just fucking annihilates.
How did Strickland lose the Dreykus fight? Did he get KO'd or did he get submitted?
It was the decision, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah, I know that Hamzat would just shoot on Strickland for sure, so I feel like he'd be fucked. And Dreykus, I don't know. The thing is with Hamzat and his grappling, it's just the only person I would actually put him up against is like fucking John Jones, who has like maybe the equivalent of like grappling as him.
No, you got to put him against someone else from Chechnya or Dagestan. Like you got to put him against somebody who's been doing it ever since like they were a kid.
You think that Islam Makhachev would ever move up divisions?
I could see it. I could see it.
He is running shit in his division right now. I just feel like he's running through everybody though, so he might have to.
Bro, they're they're different. They're just a different breed.
If Conor came back, would he be in the same division as Makhachev?
I'm pretty sure you would.
That's actually a
Oh,
fight I'd want to see,
no.
but I feel like Conor would get fucked up. But like I'd want
No,
to see
dude, it would be worse than Habib. Because
Yeah.
Islam would want to do it for Habib, which would make it 10 times worse for him.
Yeah, and I think that Islam Makhachev has like more like powerful and better striking than Habib has. I think Habib was like a majority of like grappling, but Makhachev can like do it all. He can like strike and take you down too. So I don't know. That would be a crazy fucking fight though. Definitely a crazy fight for sure. Yeah, I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
if he came back into any of the divisions that he fought in, he would have to face Ilia Topuria, Islam, or Bilal Muhammad, which we all know that title is going to go to Shavkat Rakhmonov. So, literally the three people that he would have to face would fucking annihilate him.
I think Usman called him out the other day. I'm pretty sure Usman's gonna, cause that Shav guy's fighting like next month, right?
Yeah, he's fighting Ian Gary.
He let me look this up just so I don't misquote. Usman calls out fighter. Where is it? Usman. Easy fight, but not yet. Here it is. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see, where's the quote? Says, but to be honest, it's a fight that I've looked at, but I know it's definitely a very winnable fight. I know that I can, of all people, go out there and expose what hasn't been exposed in a young, hot, streaky guy in Shavat. So,
Yeah, no, he's talking out of his ass. I'm sorry. No. Usman was good, right? He was good when he was a champion and all that. No, Shavkat would fucking maul him.
I think Usman's on like a 4-loss streak or a 3-loss streak right now. So, yeah.
There's videos of him training and his legs look so like flimsy now, which is bad for like it looks like just one kick it would break his fucking legs. It's bad.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll look him up. Kamaru Usman 2024.
Like people were making fun of his legs in his Instagram comments.
Instagram Kamaru Usman. Is it this one?
I wonder if I can find it. It's gonna be an old ass fucking video. Shit.
Oh, it's probably this fight. Or this one. I don't know. He still looks kind of big to me, to be honest. Pause.
Yeah, I'm not finding the video. Joe Rogan has an interview though where he's talking about his Kamara's knees, and he's even saying that they're like fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I think the UFC is just going through like a complete roster change, because like even this picture, where is it at? Right here. Like, you lost, you're out of the UFC, you're on like a 4 losing streak. Like, these guys are like 4 years ago, these guys were like on top of the world, bro. And now it's just like, damn, like all of them are out of there.
The only one that could probably still be a champion is Francis and Adesanya. Like, to be honest, Adesanya could have won his fight with Driscus, but he even said it himself. He did something stupid and he got taken to the ground, but he was winning in, like actual hands.
Yeah. I just don't think Francis comes back to the UFC.
Fuck no, he doesn't.
I don't know. I feel like he, like, in a perfect world, he would and just fight John Jones, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. Especially with his boxing fights. He got knocked the fuck out by Anthony Joshua, though, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I'm going to look that up, actually. Anthony Joshua KO Francis. Boom. Mute the ad as always.
A couple years ago, and yet
from AJ, very important. We've seen him not rush in, no need. Big round.
Business from Ngannou and heavy.
Why that right hand? He's a Why that right hand? He's a
and heavy.
Why that right hand? He's a
He got 2 knockouts against him.
Cold, ladies and gentlemen. He's not even moving. But this right hand is the biggest shot I have seen live.
Holy fuck.
What a right.
defeat on his face, a bewildered look. Let's see if Anthony Joshua can dispose of the MMA champion in his lights. Look.
Is this right after he got up?
Badly hurt.
No fucking way. Is it right after he got up?
Defeat on his face, a bewildered
Bro, that's bad. Not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I don't know. I think even with this fight though, like I wonder how much they generated. Let's see, Joshua and Ngannou fight money generated. Joshua and Ngannou are set to earn a staggering $70 million from their upcoming fight. Joshua is expected to receive a lion's share of $50 million, with Ngannou taking home a hefty $20 million. So it's kind of like the Jake Paul fight, except there's like 10 more million going to Joshua. Yeah. But yeah, that's probably all the topics I have for today, realistically. So I'm gonna probably wrap it up there. But chat, I appreciate you guys. New video in the morning. YouTube, what up, what up? Hope you guys all have a wonderful night. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, appreciate you. Make sure you smack that sub button, and I hope everybody has a great night.